Today on Bay News, Literally Miami.
Living in Miami can be expensive, but playing in Miami doesn't have to be. We're showing cheap, fun things to do in Miami.
The city is booming and so are fitness trends. We are taking you inside the Miami fitness movement.
Donuts are here to stay. We are taking you to popular donut shops to find out why this fried treat is king.
All that and more on this edition of Bay News, Literally Miami.
Hello everyone and welcome to Bay News, Literally Miami. My name is Giovanna Arias.
And I'm Maria Silva. Today we are going to take you on a trip through Miami to take a look at some of the things our city has to offer.
Our beautiful city is 55 square miles of amazing things to do. Tourists flock here for the beaches and parties, but we are going to show you places that Miami residents get to enjoy year-round, like the popular donut and fitness trends that are taking Miami by storm.
Activities you can do that are easy on your wallet. But right now, let's take a look at Miami's music scene.
From the beach to the streets, you can feel the music here in Miami. With so many different cultures, it's no surprise that people in Miami see music vital to everyday life.
Music festivals like Ultra and even country music festivals like Tortuga make it a point to hold their festivals here in South Florida.
But Miami residents aren't just fans of music, they also make their own. Students at Miami-Dade College are getting hands-on experience working in the recording studio, and local bands are getting exposure thanks to local clubs.
We caught up with our reporter, Catarina Del Rio, to see how these students and a local band are marching to the beat of their own drum.
Miami is a city known for its live music, but in recent years, it has become home to young musicians who want to record and produce their own music. Thanks to a new program at Miami-Dade College, Miami's up-and-coming talent has been given the opportunity to learn how to successfully record music in a real studio setting. Students like Mark Parson joined the program to learn how to properly use professional recording software and equipment.
What this class gives us is the tools we need to take it home and into the real world. So yeah, I'm learning a lot here, but it's important for us to expand on it later.
Professor Steve Quincy teaches recording 1 and 2 to all students enrolled in the program.
You know, you could use this one, you could use this one, you could use this one, as long as over here on the console you have it set.
I like to think that they're ready for anything. So if they're in an environment like this where they're going to be asked to make these kinds of judgments and do these kinds of setups, you know, they can do it.
They go into the distressor, right? They come out of the distressor.
It's satisfying to be able to work with music all the time, and I just want to be able to record and get music out there in the world.
Living in Miami, students are exposed to many different kinds of music and have the opportunity to record different styles.
There's lots of different cultures and rhythms in Miami. We have jazz, pop, funk, blues, classical even, electronic. And it's just really great that it's all in one city in Miami.
In the past decade, Miami's live music scene has been expanding to many different genres. South Florida native Diego Martinez sings and plays keyboard for one of the city's most unique groups, Astromaps.
We would like to consider ourselves indie pop, around there. We like to feed a lot of dynamics and energy off the stage.
Alternative and indie bands have become more popular in the Miami area in clubs such as Churchill's and the Open Stage Club.
I don't care where I go. I don't care if we play Hialeah, as long as we're headlining.
For Bayview News, I'm Catarina Del Rio.
Want some more music coverage? Our web reporter Daniela Estrada attended 3 Point Music Festival in Wynwood, and Claudio Zelaya took us to explore the underground music scene in Miami. So head on over to our website to take a look at their experiences.
Right after this, we are going to be delving into Miami's fitness trends.
Stay tuned.
I'm going to do my graduate research in the Amazon, then bring what I have learned back to my community.
I'm going to run for Congress.
I'm going to start a company in China.
I'm going to create something no one has ever seen before.
I'm going to dream it,
Then do it.
And from here on out,
For the rest of my life,
I'm going to be a Panther.
a Panther.
an FIU Panther.
Welcome back to Bay News, Literally Miami.
With the rising rates of obesity, it seems that everyone is focusing on getting healthy and losing weight.
Especially here in Miami, where there are so many different ways to get fit. Our reporter, George Perez, spoke to local fitness enthusiasts to find out why fitness movement in Miami has become such a big trend.
When you think of Miami, you think about the sun, the beach, and tourists. But you also have to think about health and fitness. All around Miami, you have traditional gyms, CrossFit boxes, and those who take their workouts outdoors. With Miami seeming to catch up on all the trends, we ask ourselves why and how people in Miami keep in shape.
You find that the closer you are to the waterfront, the beach, the more people are concerned about their body image. Everybody's thinking about how do I look in my swimsuits. Part of Miami, like especially South Beach, which has become somewhat like Florida's version of the Venice Beach in California, where it's like this is where you go for the muscle man, you know, the workout, the whole beach lifestyle.
Miguel Gonzalez, a 23-year-old recent graduate, has taken the active lifestyle and made it part of his daily routine when it comes to dieting, training, and taking care of his body.
I've always been into fitness, but I didn't take it seriously until like 5 years ago, I'll say. It was my freshman year in college, and that's when I started dieting and like counting my calories and my micronutrients, and like it became a religion. It also feels different when you're like working out. When you're working out and you're like dieting the right way, it's so good because you have so much energy. Like if you work out and you're not having like the right diet, you're not gonna do as good.
Just like Miguel and many other people who rely on technology to keep track of themselves, personal trainers turn to technology and social media to spread their knowledge. Cesar Bustos is an ex-Marine who uses his past experience along with research to teach others through social media.
What I do use is Snapchat, so my handle is CZA0352, and on there I post after my workouts. So after my workouts, I go through the in-depth of the workout itself. So like what I did, how it felt, what I was trying to accomplish during my workout, and then I also incorporate it with some supplements and stuff. I'll tell you like reviews of supplements I'm taking, samples, and how they're working and everything like that.
So whether you're beginner or advanced, discipline is key. And once you add a little bit of pressure because you have to look in top shape for when you go to the beach, well, that should be more than enough. For Bay News, I'm George Perez.
Wow, it must be intimidating though for someone who's just starting to change their lifestyle.
It can be intimidating, but thankfully there are many gyms that offer group classes for people of all fitness levels. I spoke to Danny Lopez, who gave us recommendations for those looking to mix up their fitness routine.
Choosing to start a health regimen doesn't have to be a nightmare. 78% of regular exercisers are aged 18 to 34 years old. A survey from the Nielsen Consumer Exercise Trends suggests that millennials may be America's healthiest generation and are the most likely to exercise in a fitness class. When it comes to exercise, they are looking for short workouts and a bang for their buck.
I definitely think people could be intimidated by walking into certain gyms just due to like pure ignorance or maybe some stuff that the media puts out there.
36% of regular exercisers currently participate in fitness class activities, but a lack of motivation and knowledge are the root of why people don't exercise. Multi-purpose fitness facilities are a better option for those looking to start a fitness routine. Free weights can be a turnoff for those who don't know how to work out on their own, and hours on cardio equipment can get boring easily.
The best thing people could do is to like do their research and visit as many different gyms as they can so they can really get a taste of what there is out there.
We've all heard of CrossFit, yoga, Zumba, and spinning, but there are other group fitness classes that many of us haven't heard of and should give a try. Many gyms offer military-style boot camp, Olympic weightlifting, and endurance fitness equipment such as air bikes and rollers. It's all about trying new things to find what works best for you.
I really believe that everyone has the vibe and the program where they belong in. I think it's important that people do their diligence and try out as many different coaches, practices, and style of training as they can.
We are going to take a commercial break.
But stay tuned. After the break, we'll meet some fitness enthusiasts who'll talk to us about their fitness journeys.
I'm going to engineer something to withstand hurricane force winds.
I'm going to run for Congress.
I'm going to start a company in China.
I'm going to do my graduate research inside the world's only underwater sea lab.
I'm going to dream it.
Then do it.
And from here on out,
For the rest of my life,
I'm gonna be a panther.
a panther.
An FIU Panther.
Welcome back to Bay News, literally Miami. Before the break, we showed you all about the booming fitness trends in Miami. So we decided to invite a couple of fitness professionals to chime in on diet fads and some other issues plaguing those that are trying to get fit. With me today, I have Johnny Bueno, a former fitness competitor, and Lawrence Darville, a former track and field athlete. Welcome.
How you doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Good, thank you. So tell me a little bit about your fitness backgrounds.
Well, I started off as a sprinter, and it really wasn't my decision to convert to distance running, but it was my coach's decision to slide over to the distance arena. And so I ran distance for a greater portion of my life. I ran anything from the 800 meters, 1,500 meters, 5,000 marathons, and whatever else may have you. So I was actually pretty successful in that. I'm still current record holder of 5,000 meters and 1,500, if no one has broken it yet, I don't think. But that's pretty much of a little bit of what I did in the past, just pretty much distance running.
Nice. And what about you, John?
I started off, I was a short, fat kid. Didn't like the way I felt about myself. I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like the way people treated me. So I started looking for gyms, obviously a lot pricey. I found one gym that I kind of just fell into, beautiful gym. I started training there for a little bit. I started seeing the change. I noticed a lot of people would compete and they would do, they would get on stage and they would pose. And it pulled me to it. I kind of didn't want to do it. I did. I was still in my self-esteem moments. And then, same way how he said, coach transferred him over, coach came up to me and said, hey, I think you have what it takes definitely to be on stage. Try it out. So no problem. That's kind of how it started.
So Lawrence, as a runner, what type of supplements did you have to take?
Predominantly, it wasn't out of necessity, but more geared toward the end of vitamins. And so it wasn't heavy into protein powders and the like, because as a distance runner, you want to stay as lean as possible, as light as possible on your feet. You're covering longer distances for a longer period of time. And so what was encouraged by my coach was to incorporate more vitamins or multivitamins into my regimen, so as to support those functions that I was doing on a daily basis. So I did get into proteins after a while, but it was more toward the end of vitamins.
And did you have to take supplements as well in vitamins, or was it a little bit different for you?
Yes, ma'am, we did take supplements. We believe more in foods. We do a lot of variation of foods, different diet plans depending on if you're bulking or if you're cutting down. The supplements that we do kind of take, is obviously protein shakes, vitamins, as he said, amino acids, BCAAs, a lot of different things you could take. A lot of us do use steroids, depending on if you choose to or not. I chose to. I chose to take the steroid route. I did try it out, and it took me to take third place.
Did you feel at any moment that it affected your health negatively, or that taking steroids affects people in a negative way?
I definitely have to say steroids is not for everybody, but it is a choice. I don't push steroids, nor do I sell it, do I push it on people. It's just a choice. I would say while I was on it, I felt great. Nothing, no issues. Till today, I started at 17, 18 years old, started taking steroids. I'm 23 years old today. I have no side effects, no issues whatsoever. To be honest, I think I'm kind of the best shape of my life, to be honest.
Lawrence, do you see taking steroids in a negative way? Do you think it would affect your health if you took them?
I think it's a matter of perspective, and also too, I think one needs to have a goal, objective, method, and attitude in place. And so with that being stated, if one is looking for immediate goals and you're willing to sacrifice, which I do think leads one into sacrificing later bodily functions. If one is to engage in anabolic steroids, whatever the case may have you, I do believe that one can go the natural route and achieve the same results naturally or plant-based if one sees that they need to gain, they want to cut back, lose fat, whatever the case may have you. So I wouldn't promote it. anabolic steroid use, but I would say that there are alternatives that gain you the same results.
And following up about dieting and eating right, a lot of people choose to take meal replacements with products like Herbalife. Have you ever experienced any of these and tried them before?
Yes, ma'am. Herbalife I have tried. It's garbage. I think it's too expensive for what it is. I don't think that it's a beneficiary. I think that you're better off, to be honest, going with anything that you can buy in GNC. I noticed that a lot of the vitamins, a lot of supplements do really have more or less the same thing in them. But it's like if you were to buy a pair of Nikes or a pair of Jordans, both sneakers, which brand do you choose best? That's what I feel on. So I think everybody has their own opinion on something. For example, my opinion on Herbalife is I don't like it personally. I've worked with them, I've trained with them. I personally just don't like it, it's my opinion. I do lean more to, like, I can't say GNC, but certain supplements in those areas, things like that. I don't think Herbalife is a beneficiary in what I'm looking for.
Have you tried it before?
I haven't, and I do think, agreeing with the other gentleman here, that it's relative to the individual. And so it depends on what you're looking for. I do believe when considering dieting, one is either aiming to either maintain, lose, or gain. And so with that being considered, one needs to take into effect, what am I doing this for? Am I trying to maintain? Am I trying to gain? Or am I trying to lose? Now, the same effects that he might have experienced with Herbalife, I may not have. So it's based on your experience with it. So for me, I think it's pretty much perspective. What are you looking to do? How are you trying to get there? And if it's working for you.
Perfect. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate all the feedback. So stick around, everyone, and we have a lot more coming your way.
For 50 years, FIU has been serving a community that's seeking something different from its university. From the sawgrass of the Everglades to the boardrooms of downtown, Miami is a modern, global city built with an entrepreneurial spirit that's always looking forward. A city that moves at this speed requires a public research university to support it. And that's what we've been building at FIU since 1965. A locally engaged, globally connected university.
Welcome back, everyone.
Music and fitness only scratch the surface when it comes to what Miami has to offer. Bay News reporter Mauro Ozana found things to do and places to go in the city that are easy on your wallet.
Miami is a metropolitan city known for its beaches and bars, but is also home to exotic local hotspots that tourists might miss. Safari Adventure is a wildlife enclosure in Homestead. The nonprofit houses a variety of animals that would otherwise be homeless.
I would like to say that this place is a great place to come to see something different than a zoo. When you go to a zoo, you have animals that need acres. These animals don't need as much as those animals that you see in other zoos. So it gives it more of a compact little area, which helps you interact with them a lot better.
Not many people know about this place, but it's really fun. You can spend a good 2-3 hours here with the family. You know, you get to hold a lot of animals. You get to get close to most of them, which you don't really get to do anywhere else.
From exotic to everyday, Safari Adventure has every kind of animal under the sun that you can think of. But it's not the only place in Miami where you can bring the family without breaking the bank. When you're feeling frustrated from the fast pace of South Beach, the Venetian Pool in Coral Gables can be a refreshing and relaxing option for the whole family. It's the only pool in the United States to be considered a historic monument, which just goes to show that history can be fun too.
Began construction in 1923 and opened to the residents of Coral Gables in 1924. So in a few more years, actually, it would be a century old. It came from a limestone quarry, so we basically dug out a hole to build the homes in Coral Gables, and instead of letting it go to waste, we kind of used it, turned into a pool for the guests to use.
Minutes away from downtown Coral Gables, the pool is a popular spot for locals and tourists alike.
Es primera vez que vengo, pero estoy encantada. ¿Cómo explicarte? Hay piscina, tengo playa al mismo tiempo, tengo de todo, para toda la familia.
Heading over to the Schnebley Winery in the Redlands can also be a great way for the family to spend the afternoon. But what makes this winery so special? None of their products are made with grapes.
The decision came from the produce company because we didn't import or export grapes. We only imported and exported like mangoes and lychees and carambolas and avocados. So when we decided to make the winery, we didn't want to be a winery like that. it ended up working out. We have about 12 wines.
While it's normally free, there is a cover charge on Fridays and Saturdays, but that doesn't stop from attracting all types of people.
It's a nice place. The alcohol is, very nice and tasty. We like to come on the four-wheelers because we ride around here. Nearby, it's a place to come to and hang out on.
With each location priced at under $20, there are still plenty of hidden gems left to discover in Miami. Reporting for Bay News, Mauro Zana.
I didn't even know Safari Adventure existed. We're going to have to make a trip there soon.
Definitely. And that pool looks so refreshing. Want more things to do in Miami that don't break the bank? Our web reporter Andrea Adair gives us free things to do in Miami. You can see her video and an interactive map on more activities by our very own Maciel Jara Sosa right here on our website. Stay tuned because after this commercial break, I'll show you a great recipe for your Sunday brunch and take you to some great cultural food spots.
Our reporter Karina Vargas will take us inside some of Miami's most popular donut spots and why donuts are booming. Up next.
I'm going to do my graduate research in the Amazon, then bring what I have learned back to my community.
I'm going to run for Congress.
I'm going to start a company in China.
I'm going to create something no one has ever seen before.
I'm going to dream it,
Then do it.
And from here on out,
For the rest of my life,
I'm going to be a panther.
a panther.
an FIU Panther.
Welcome back. Now, one very important thing in Miami is food.
Definitely. Thanks to the melting pot that is Miami. People from different countries can truly feel at home by eating their culture's cuisine from local restaurants. I visited a gas station that serves up a Venezuelan street food favorite and an Arabic restaurant proving that home is where the food is.
There's no denying Miami is full of delicious culinary cultures from all around the globe. We've decided to take a closer look at a few of the restaurants that give the city its wildly international reputation. Located in Doral on 107th Avenue and 58th Street is a local gas station that is home to a Venezuelan street food favorite. Bay News has got the inside scoop into making the perfect pepito.
Un pepito requiere de unos simples pasos. Es un pan bien caliente, bien crujiente, una carne al estilo grill como lo hacemos acá. Sus ingredientes son lechuga, tomate, 6 salsas, papitas, queso parmesano. Listo.
Sure, it's simple, but simplicity seems to conquer all, not only at Pepito's Plaza, but also at this Mediterranean-inspired spot. Almazar is located at Florida International University's Modesto Métis campus, where students can dine on a taste from the other half of the globe.
Well, we have a different type of food, so the people here, they like to try some kind of different varieties. Everybody like Mediterranean food, and we have very healthy and preparing fresh food every day.
The menu includes traditional Middle Eastern dishes such as Greek salad, a shawarma platter, and the classic falafel sandwich.
All the dishes are very popular. Here at FIU school, they love the chicken platter, chicken sandwich, and also the falafel sandwiches and platter.
And if you're looking to dine on something even more global, make sure to check us out on our website for a list of the city's best cultural foods.
That looks delicious. One of the amazing things about Miami is how diverse it is, and that means diverse food. Our web producer, Calis Gumbas, built an interactive map where you can find some exotic food right in your neighborhood. Now I heard that you cooked up an easy brunch recipe for everyone to try at home.
I did. I made one of everyone's favorite brunch dishes at home for half the price. Here's how I made Nutella French toast for 8 people with fewer than $10.
Here are the things you'll need. Cut strawberries, 1 cup of whole milk, a bag of powdered sugar, a jar of Nutella, 1 stick of unsalted butter, 4 large eggs, lightly beaten, salt, a medium bowl, and a sifter. In a medium bowl, whisk the eggs, milk, and salt. Place the bowl to the side and then proceed to cut 8 slices of challah bread. You'll be making 4 servings. Dip each slice of bread into the egg mixture. Place the skillet over medium heat and melt 3 tablespoons of butter. Once the butter is fully melted, place 2 slices of bread onto the skillet and cook both sides until golden brown. Spread 2 tablespoons of Nutella on one of the bread slices and then proceed to place the other slice on top. Press down with a spatula so the pieces stick together. Transfer your Nutella French toast onto a plate, place your strawberry slices on top, and using a sifter, sprinkle powdered sugar as a finishing touch.
Wow, you make it look so easy. I love that you added the strawberries.
And speaking of brunch, another popular brunch food in Miami is donuts. Have you ever thought of having strawberries and blueberries mixed in with banana cream loaded with chocolate and frosted flakes and all in one single bite? Well, Karina Vargas has found a few places where you can have just that and plenty more creations beyond your imagination.
Well, you can say South Florida is having a sweet time with its latest trend, and I'm talking about gourmet donuts.
These are really good.
These icing-smothered cream-filled pastries are not your average donuts. They have turned hole-in-the-wall shops into irresistible must-go-to places.
I noticed that there was a void of this type of thing in the market and didn't ever know how to make a donut, and I learned.
And just like that, Sean Mayfeld, owner of Mojo Donuts in Pedrick Pines, has created one of the most popular spots for these sweet treats, and a place where the party never seems to stop.
I love music. It goes great with our concept, our theme, our fun atmosphere, the fun experience, the TVs, the music, the hipness.
At Mojo Donuts, you can find a wide assortment of specialty donuts from the maple bacon, the 420 munchies, to its most popular and the #1 in the state, the Deco Delight.
They are the best donuts I've ever had. Yeah, me too. I would definitely be coming back. I'm definitely coming back. If I could eat this forever, I would.
The gourmet donut craze has seen a boom in the last 5 years, and with every corner getting sweeter here in South Florida, it is easy to find a place where you can enjoy these crazy concoctions. The rise of these donut shops are becoming a favorite destination for that sweet tooth.
Oh my God, I've been coming to Dandy Donuts for at least about 15 years.
Frank Pacini from the Dandy Donut Factory brought back the old-fashioned way of the donut experience.
As the chains kind of got in the donut business, they took away the coffee bar. We took that concept and ran with it, keeping it the way it was.
Aside from offering over 65 varieties of donuts a day, they also have time to make breakfast.
We make pancakes from scratch, we make omelets, we make all kinds of egg dishes, you know, bacon and sausage.
And if you're into something sweeter than honey and happen to be in South Miami, Karen Muirhead from Honeybee Donuts has her artisan crafted donuts ready to serve every day.
It's a labor of love from someone who loves this community and who really wanted to bring something special into this community.
This female owner left the corporate world to share with her community her European old family recipes, and at Honeybee, the donut base is the star of the show.
I worked very, very hard in coming up with the right dough and the right level of consistency. I think what sets us apart is the quality of the ingredients.
And of course, there has to be a honey donut. And for those who prefer gluten-free, there are special beehives with only 90 calories. As these donut shops are thriving in South Florida, we can be like Homer Simpson and say, donuts. This is Karina Vargas reporting for Bay News.
All of this food is making me so hungry.
I know. Can you believe there's more? Our photographer, John Powers, took mouth-watering pictures of some of Miami's best donuts, and you can check that out right here on our website.
Thank you so much for joining us today on this edition of Bay News, literally Miami.
We hope you learned something about the city you either call home or if you're just passing through.
I'm Giovanna Arias.
And I'm Maria Silva. See you next time here on Bay News, Literally Miami. Wow, it must be intimidating for someone who is just...
When in Miami has become such a big trend.
I think you did it though.
Did it? Did I? Did it. No.
Did it? Okay. Okay, we got it.
Why does
What?
it say Maria
It says Maria
again?
twice. It's not just me, right? It says Maria twice.
It says Maria twice.
I was like, what?
It should be me though, because
I think you should do right, so say student,
Right.
because no sé qué, for your Sunday brunch and take you to... Wait, this isn't finished.
El pelo, sabe. I think it was.
Because I almost died. Yeah, I almost died.
Yeah. I'm like reading it.
I was like, oh,
I
bueno.
didn't even know
Okay.
that.
I didn't even know, girl, me either.
A great recipe for Sunday brunch and take you to. Like, you just stay there, like.
Take you to. Thank God we're not reading.
And take you
off of
to.
this. Bien bueno. What's up?
Do we look like stars or what? Did everything look fine? Because there was a part that we were trying not to laugh, that we were like, you know what the...
No,
did it look
cute.
Did it look natural?
Yes.
Did it? Welcome back. Now, one very important thing is Miami. Oh, no kidding.
Oh my God.
Stop.
I'm sorry. I'm done. Okay, go. Thanks to the melting pot that is Miami, people from...
Now, I heard that you cooked up... No, you see, look at Maria. That threw me off. Let me do that again. News. Literally Miami.
We hope you learned something about the city you call home. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Like just like that?
Yeah.
Okay. See you next time here on Bay News, Literally Miami.
Hilarious.